This morning we're going to put an M18 carburetor together. You can see I've already soaked it pretty good. We're going to blow it out and put it together. Have a gentleman come in. He wants a used one instead of a new one, which I can understand. He wants original. We're going to spray it down with some WD-40. Seemed to have lost the needle. They always hide on you. Check that out. I'm going to take that right off. It doesn't have to be on there. Put the gasket on. Pretty good shape there. Spray that down again. And we should be in pretty good shape. And she's all back together. So the customer's going to try it. He's having a problem with the 1811. Can't get it to run for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what his issue is, but he's going to try another carburetor on it and see. So we're going to move on to the next project. Now we're taking off a throttle cable for 129. This machine here is in exceptionally great shape. One of my guys that runs a little repair shop is repairing it for the gentleman. He bought it new, and it still looks like new, in 1972. You don't find too many 129s that are like factory new. I'll post a picture of it. And I'm actually taking this throttle cable off in that 1650 about a week ago that we pulled the motor off that was full of snow. This is an easy job, especially when it's off the machine. And right there we go. I hope you like when I pull parts off, show you how I do it. All day long, people come in and out of here for these parts. This one here is in exceptionally great shape. His screws are probably better than mine, but I like to send all my parts with hardware. So it makes it easy for the install in case you lose something. And all my really nice shiny hardware I keep. But with my good customers, they get the hardware with it. And we'll lube it up. This is WD-40, and we should be in pretty good shape. Now we're off to removing another part. Thanks for watching. I hope you like the format when we remove parts all day. This is just a standard day. We operate 7 days a week. Today we're going to take off a light switch for a 1450. Yesterday we are taking parts off for a 1650. I haven't parted out very many 1450s, but we're going to take the light switch off. I have a gentleman that thinks that's his issue, but I told him how to test it, and I'm going to show you how to also. Going to soak that with some WD-40. Now it takes a 15/16 to take them off, this nut off. Same as your key switches for them old ones. The newer ones, some of them take 3/4 to take the key switch out there. Both made by Indec. We'll put this on. It's always a good idea to put that ground washer on there. And we'll soak them plug-ins with a little, so they'll come off with a little WD-40. And we might have a little bit of an issue. Well, you figure these have been plugged in well over 40 years, so they've probably never been unplugged. Here's one. I am going to get the customer a little bit better switch. We'll see if that breaks loose. And the reason I'm going to get them a little bit better one, I want these plug-ins right here to be nice and shiny. I have quite a few of them. And that switch is not any good at all anymore because I'm moving it like this. So I actually am going to just go get another one, and we're going to remove it. Here's a 1200 one. We're going to take that off. We're going to spray that down just a little bit. We'll see if we can get this one off. I'll tip it this way a little bit. And while we're taking that off, that can run down in there. This is the same knob they used on the old H's and M's. Super C's, Super A's, any of them. Now, right there is a prime example. Right there is a newer switch, and that one is 3/4. Usually, these nuts here take a 15/16, the old style. They're the same threads. They just use a different hex on them. So right there's the ground. We'll see if we can get that out without busting it this time. There's one, and that one's pretty shiny, so we're going to see if we can get this one out. We'll spray it right down there. These are just getting old. And there we go. We'll get that shined up and ready. Put that back together. But how they operate is they have hex in them. And you put them in there and they turn just like that. I dropped the screw. But we're going to move on to something a little bit different. And hope you like the format that show you how to get parts on and off. All these parts don't just fall off these machines. It takes a little bit of time. So that's why when you go to a salvage yard, it's really a good idea to always call your order in first. And the reason why it's easier on your dismantler, and he'll get you a little bit better part. and he won't be hurrying to get it off. Now, that's my suggestion. I know a lot of customers don't mind waiting, but if you're ever in the salvage business, you'll understand it takes a lot of time to get some of these parts off. So we're going to move on to the next thing and go from there. Welcome back. Today we're working on a steering box for a 1440. They're the same as a 1641, 1341, 1863. They're all the same. The one I have in my 1440 that I'm going to do, we're going to put this steering box in that machine. The steering arm right here is moving up and down, and it's really loose. Now I could tighten it up and fix it, but I decided I sell quite a few of these steering boxes. This is a Ross box, and I want to see if I can put one in exactly like this one is all together, but we are going to take it apart and we're going to service this joint right here, and we're going to grease this box right here. But I want to see if I can put one in right from the bottom. I already have the mule drive off, and of course the deck is off, and we're going to see if we can just slap it right in from the bottom. We're going to have the steering wheel off, and I never have filmed before taking a steering wheel off and the snap ring that is just below the steering wheel. So there is a little bit of formality in that area because I do get a lot of calls. A lot of people are starting to use the Cyclops again. They're just a superior lawnmower. In my opinion, I really like a Cyclops. I like an 82 series too. I see the best of both worlds. I really like the plastic hoods, even though they come in smashed quite often. But we're gonna put you in the stand. We're gonna take this apart first. The last thing we're going to do is service this box here, but we're going to take this joint apart, we're going to grease it, and then we're going to put it back together. First thing we're going to do is take it off right here. Probably better move my coffee when I'm putting some WD-40 on it. That came right apart. You can see that's the factory grease right there. So this one here has never been apart before. It takes a 3/16 hex on this area right here on the Allen head. 7/16 right here. So it's 5/16. Actually, I'm going to get a pair of vice grips, and we're going to do it that way. It's a lot safer to use a pair of vice grips, even on the dry shaft. This is the same idea they have for the dry shafts of all them machines. A pair of vice grips just work a lot better because they do put a little bit of Loctite on them. And we're going to soak that again. We're going to pull that apart. And you can see the grease in it's pretty dry. So we're going to divide it. Now, one thing I don't like to do, the difference between a dry shaft and a steering, they only use 2 balls in a steering. They don't use the extra 2 right here. So actually, it's pretty good shape. You might not be able to get this O-ring back in, and that's okay because you're going to service again, or probably one more time will be the length of your lifetime of your machine anyway. So. We're going to fill it full of grease. This will make a lot of difference in steering. I am going to try to put that O-ring back in. We'll see. That could be easy. It might not. We'll spray it down. Now that 1440, I'm going to change the front end out on it also. And I did get that O-ring back in. So we're going to, let's clean some of that grease off in there. Put a little bit more grease in there. So there we are. You can take it off from this side also, but if you just take it off the end right here, it's going to make it a lot easier for you. Now, when we tighten that up, we're going to have grease all over, but we'll clean it up. And we're going to work on the box next. I suggest at least once a season greasing your steering box, because the Cyclops, the way they're designed, the early ones were a little different because they had short spindles, more like an 82 series. The later ones, they were a little bit higher in the front end, and the way they tilted the wheels a little bit, they steered much easier. They are almost like power steering without having power steering. Now I'm going to go to the other side here, so you don't want to over tighten them because they just don't need it. There we go. Now we're on to the steering box. You can see that we have a little bit of grease. Not as much came out of there because that O-ring is right in this area right here. A little bit of that O-ring did come out of there though, but we're in pretty good shape. You can see now it swivels a lot easier. So when your tilt wheel, it's going to be about like that area right there, and it's just going to make it steer so much easier. This was a little bit tighter, quite a bit tighter before we greased it. So we're going to look over this steering box right here. One thing you want to always pay attention to on a steering box, if you have a lot of wobble in your steering column, this plastic bushing right here, that I'm going to call it a dust cap or whatever you want to call it. And this is actually the same one they use in the power steering units too. So if you have a 2086, 2284, 1864, and you notice that this shaft is moving back and forth, this bushing right here is bad. Actually, they're the same one in a steering box from a 1450, 82 series. They're all the same. So they use the same bushing on them all, so you can take them out of one of your old units. This one here is in pretty clean shape, and we're going to grease this Zerk right here. And we're just going to, you can see it has a little bit of a seal right there. This one here seems to be in really good shape, but we'll grease it up a little bit. And before the end of this, we'll put this back together, and I'll show you how it goes. That should be about enough. That took a little bit more grease than I thought it should, but when I remove them from other machines, I like clean bolts, so I keep them right in the box right there. So we're going to tighten that up. And we're in good shape. Everything seems to be just the way it should. And we're going to try to put it in as one whole assembly in that 1440. And if I can't, I'll just divide it. You can see how easy it is to divide them. If I can't, I will do it that way, but I'm going to try to, because I'm going to remove the one that's in this 1440 anyways, just because it hasn't been serviced. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to try it. I love trying new things with them to see if I can do it a little bit faster than the next person. So love a challenge on these cadets. So have fun doing all the repairs on your Cub Cadets. I enjoy my job each and every day. This is all I do 7 days a week. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Please like and comment, and we'll definitely see you on the next video.